There are moments in life when everything feels heavy, when the heart feels tired, and the flow of life seems to have slowed down. It is in those moments that the soul begins whispering, asking to be healed. The truth is, energy is the foundation of everything, every thought, every emotion, every action. When the energy within is peaceful and open, life responds with ease and harmony. But when the energy is tangled in fear, guilt, or worry, the flow of abundance becomes blocked. Healing energy is not about forcing life to change. It's about allowing what is natural to you, peace, joy, and prosperity, to move freely again. Each person is born with a radiant light, a divine current that flows through every part of being. Over time, through pain, disappointments, or self-doubt, this current may grow dim, but it never disappears. It simply waits for gentle attention. Healing begins not with effort, but with awareness, by noticing what is felt inside without judgment. When one feels stuck, it is not failure. It is the body and mind asking for love. The moment one becomes kind to oneself, healing begins. That is how the flow of abundance finds its way back, through kindness, not struggle. Abundance is not limited to money or material things. It is a way of living, a heart filled with gratitude, a body filled with vitality, and a mind at peace. When energy is healed, life naturally becomes abundant, because the outer world always mirrors the inner one. If one nurtures joy, life reflects joy. If one nurtures peace, life reflects peace. The key is to gently guide the inner energy back to balance, to let it remember that it was always whole. Healing energy requires slowing down and becoming present. The present moment is where all healing begins. Sit quietly for a few minutes, breathe softly, and bring attention to the heart. Feel the breath move in and out. Let the shoulders relax, the jaw loosen. There is no need to fix anything. Just allowing the breath to flow freely starts to release energy that has been held too tightly. The body begins to respond, softening into calmness. When energy begins to move again, even slowly, abundance starts to flow with it. The more one learns to listen to energy, the easier it becomes to live in harmony with it. Thoughts are not enemies. They are signals showing where energy is flowing or blocked. When one thinks thoughts of love, encouragement, and faith, the energy expands. When one entertains thoughts of worry, resentment, or fear, the energy contracts. Neither is permanent, and both can be shifted through awareness. Healing happens in the simple moments when one chooses to think a kinder thought, to speak a gentler word, or to release a painful memory. Every thought carries a vibration. Just as a radio tunes into a frequency, life tunes into the vibration one holds most often. Thoughts of gratitude, peace, and love send out frequencies that draw more of the same experiences back. This is not magic. It is the natural law of energy. One can start observing how certain thoughts make the body feel. A thought of appreciation might bring warmth to the chest. A thought of anger might bring tension to the stomach. The body never lies. It faithfully mirrors the vibration of the mind. Healing begins when one listens to these signals with compassion. Many people think abundance is something to chase, but true abundance flows toward those who are at peace with what they already have. It does not mean settling for less. It means opening the heart so that receiving becomes natural. When the heart is open, life feels lighter. The universe recognizes that openness and responds with opportunities, synchronicities, and blessings that align with one's inner frequency. Energy healing is not about doing more. It is about allowing more. It is a process of remembering that life supports those who align with love. The mind and body are deeply connected. Thoughts create feelings. Feelings affect the body, and the body reflects what the mind believes. When one holds on to negative emotions for too long, the body begins to show it, perhaps as fatigue, tension, or discomfort. These are gentle reminders from the body asking for release, not punishment. Healing is simply giving the body permission to let go. A loving thought is the medicine the body responds to the fastest. When one says silently, "I am safe," the body begins to soften. When one repeats, "I allow peace to fill me," the breath deepens. It is not about pretending everything is fine. It is about inviting healing into each moment with awareness. Take a few minutes each day to breathe consciously. Breathing is one of the simplest ways to restore balance. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in pure, golden light that fills every cell with warmth. As you exhale, allow tension, fear, or old pain to dissolve. This practice may seem simple, but it shifts energy powerfully. Over time, this golden breath begins to create space inside where love and abundance can grow. The more one practices, the more natural it feels. Emotional healing also begins when one releases resistance. Resistance often hides in thoughts like, "I should be better by now," or "I can't forgive that." But resistance is just a part of the mind that is afraid of pain. It can be softened by gentleness, not force. Tell yourself softly, "It's okay to feel what I feel." This simple statement opens the energy field and allows healing to flow. Compassion melts resistance faster than anything else. Healing is not about pushing pain away. It's about letting love embrace it until it dissolves. Abundance begins with forgiveness. When one forgives, even silently, energy starts to move freely again. Forgiveness is not saying the past was right. It is saying, "I choose peace instead of pain." Holding on to resentment blocks the flow of life, while forgiveness opens the gates to freedom. Every act of forgiveness, toward others or oneself, restores energy. The moment one forgives, the heart feels lighter. That lightness is abundance in motion. The universe mirrors inner energy perfectly. If one carries thoughts of scarcity, life will show more reasons to feel scarce. But if one cultivates gratitude, even for the smallest things, a warm meal, a kind word, a sunrise, then abundance multiplies. Gratitude is the language of the universe. When spoken from the heart, it calls forth more blessings than one could ever plan. A simple affirmation such as, "I am grateful for the flow of life through me," changes the vibration immediately. Gratitude aligns the energy with receiving. To begin aligning thoughts with abundance, start by being aware of the stories told inside the mind. Thoughts like, "I never have enough," or "things never work out for me," carry the vibration of lack. They can be replaced gently with, "Life provides all I need," or "Everything unfolds in perfect timing." Repetition builds new energetic patterns, and with time, these patterns become habits. Healing is consistency, not speed. Each time one chooses a thought of trust over doubt, the energy strengthens. As the mind begins to heal, the body follows. Muscles loosen, breathing deepens, and the face softens. The body reflects inner belief. That is why self-love is the most powerful healing energy of all. When one speaks to oneself with kindness, cells respond. The immune system strengthens and energy rises. The body begins to glow from the inside out. This is not imagination. It is the natural intelligence of the body responding to love. The truth is, life is always communicating through energy. Every emotion, every sensation is a message. When one feels low, it is not a sign of weakness. It is a signal that something within is asking for light. Instead of pushing the feeling away, one can place a hand over the heart and whisper, "I hear you." In that moment of self-compassion, the energy begins to transform. The heart opens, the breath returns, and the flow of life resumes. Healing energy is the bridge between thought and manifestation. When the energy is clear and peaceful, manifestations happen easily. Abundance is not about effort but alignment. When one is aligned with joy, opportunities come naturally. The right people, resources, and ideas arrive at the perfect time. Life loves to support those who love themselves. The more one nourishes the energy of peace, the more life rearranges itself to match that vibration. To nurture this energy daily, begin and end each day with a simple reflection. In the morning, affirm, "Today I choose peace. My energy is open and flowing." At night, say, "I am thankful for all the love and lessons this day has given me." This creates an energetic rhythm that welcomes abundance effortlessly. Over time, this practice rewires the mind to expect good, and when the mind expects good, life delivers it. Each person has the power to heal their own energy because the universe flows through them. When that flow is acknowledged and appreciated, abundance becomes a natural state of being. Healing is not an event, it is a way of living. It happens quietly, gently, one loving thought at a time. As energy heals, the world around begins to change, not because the world has shifted, but because perception has. The same life that once felt difficult becomes filled with beauty and possibility. The river of abundance was always there. It only needed the heart to open once more. Healing energy often reveals the layers that have been buried deep within. It is not always about light alone. It is about bringing light into the shadows that have long been ignored. Emotional blocks are not failures. They are simply places where love has not yet reached. When one carries guilt, resentment, or fear for too long, the heart becomes heavy, and the natural rhythm of energy slows. But the moment one decides to release even a small portion of that weight, healing begins to unfold. The flow of life starts to move gently again, like a river finding its course after the stones have been lifted. Many hold on to old patterns because they feel safe, even when those patterns bring pain. The familiar feels predictable, but healing requires courage, the courage to let go of what no longer serves growth. Old beliefs such as "I am not enough," "I always struggle," or "I don't deserve good things" create energetic walls. Those walls block the flow of abundance, yet they can be dissolved through love. Love has a power unlike anything else. It transforms without force. Simply bringing love to a painful belief softens it. When one says, "I am willing to see this differently," the heart opens and healing light enters. The willingness to heal is the doorway to freedom. Releasing emotions does not mean ignoring them or pushing them away. It means allowing them to rise, acknowledging their presence, and then gently letting them go. One can think of it as unclogging a stream. The stream of life always flows, but when branches, leaves, and stones build up, the water becomes stagnant. Clearing it does not require aggression, only patience. Each time one forgives, each time one chooses peace over anger, another branch is removed and the water flows freely again. This is how the inner energy begins to sparkle once more. A beautiful way to begin releasing old emotions is through reflection. Sit quietly with a journal and write down the thoughts that seem to drain energy. Allow honesty to flow without judgment. Write about what feels heavy and then take a deep breath. For each heavy thought, say, "I release this now." If tears come, let them fall. They are the soul's way of cleansing. Healing does not demand perfection. It asks only for sincerity. The simple act of naming what hurts and allowing it to move through creates space inside for light to return. Sometimes, people believe that holding on to resentment keeps them strong, but it actually drains life force. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is liberation. When one forgives, Energy that was trapped in pain becomes available for joy, creativity, and peace. Forgiveness may not change the past, but it changes how one carries it. It transforms wounds into wisdom and turns pain into compassion. Whisper softly, I now release all that no longer serves my highest good. Feel the relief that comes when the heart no longer has to fight. In that quiet release, the soul feels lighter and abundance can finally find its way back home. Once the emotional blocks begin to loosen, the mind becomes more open to align with new thoughts. Abundance begins as an inner pattern long before it becomes visible. Thoughts are like seeds, and the mind is fertile soil. Whatever is planted grows. If one keeps planting worry, lack, or fear, the harvest will match. But when one begins to plant gratitude, joy, and belief, the harvest transforms completely. Aligning thoughts with abundance is like changing the direction of a river. It does not happen all at once, but with consistency, the entire landscape of life begins to shift toward flow. Abundance is not about having everything, it is about feeling connected to the good that already exists. When gratitude becomes the foundation, the vibration rises naturally. Begin with small moments. Appreciate the warmth of sunlight, the taste of water, or the sound of laughter. These are signs that life already supports you. Gratitude tells the universe, I am ready for more good. It opens the energetic channels for blessings to multiply. A simple daily practice can change everything. Each morning, write down 3 things you are thankful for. It may seem simple, but it creates a ripple of abundance that grows stronger with every repetition. Words hold great power. When one speaks about lack, the energy of lack grows. When one speaks about blessings, blessings multiply. Language is an energetic bridge between thought and reality. Replace I can't with I am learning. Replace it's hard with I am finding my way. These small shifts reprogram the energy. Soon the outer world begins to match the inner faith. Abundance is not attracted to fear. It is drawn to openness and trust. Saying, I am grateful for the endless good flowing into my life, sets a vibration that tells the universe you are ready to receive. Self-love is one of the most powerful ways to restore and balance energy. When one begins to truly care for themselves, every part of life begins to reflect that care. The mind calms, the body heals, and relationships soften. Many have been taught that self-love is selfish, but in truth, it is sacred. When one fills their own cup, the overflow blesses everyone around them. Self-love is not about arrogance or pride. It is about recognizing one's own worth and treating oneself with the same compassion one would offer to a dear friend. The energy of self-love renews the spirit. When the inner dialogue becomes nurturing, the entire body responds. Cells thrive under kind words. Muscles relax when they no longer brace for criticism. The heart beats in harmony when it feels accepted. A wonderful way to strengthen self-love is through mirror work. Stand before a mirror, look softly into your own eyes, and say, I am worthy of love, healing, and abundance. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but that discomfort is simply resistance leaving the body. Each repetition rewires the mind to believe in worthiness again. Caring for oneself also means setting boundaries and resting when needed. Energy is not endless. It requires renewal. Allow quiet moments to recharge. Take a gentle walk, listen to soothing music, or sit with a cup of tea and breathe. These small acts are not luxuries. They are necessities for balance. The more one honors the body's needs, the stronger the energy field becomes. When the inner energy is balanced, it naturally attracts experiences that match its serenity. True abundance flows from a heart that knows its own value. When one loves and respects themselves, They no longer chase validation or approval. They simply become magnetic to good things because their energy says, I am open and deserving. Life mirrors that confidence in countless ways: unexpected kindness, new opportunities, and quiet moments of joy. Self-love is the key that unlocks the abundance already waiting in the universe. When the heart is filled with love, there is no effort in attracting blessings. They arrive naturally, drawn by the radiant energy of a healed soul. When self-love deepens, forgiveness becomes effortless, gratitude feels natural, and trust in life strengthens. Healing energy flows freely through a mind that has chosen love over fear. Every thought of kindness sent inward multiplies outward. This is how one becomes a vessel of abundance, by treating oneself as the sacred creation of life that they are. Each act of self-care, each loving thought, each moment of gratitude sends a message to the universe: I am ready to receive. And life, in its infinite generosity, always responds to that vibration with grace. When one begins to live in harmony with the rhythm of the universe, something profound occurs. The need to control everything starts to fade, and trust takes its place. There is a sacred intelligence that moves through all of life, guiding every breath, every heartbeat, every season. When this truth is embraced, the anxious grasping for outcomes dissolves. Healing energy thrives in trust. It flows most freely when one allows life to unfold instead of forcing it into shape. This is the beauty of alignment. It is not about pushing, it is about allowing. There is a delicate balance between effort and ease. So many spend years trying to make things happen, believing that constant struggle is the price of success. But abundance does not respond to strain, it responds to openness. When the energy is tense, life mirrors that tension. When the energy is peaceful, life unfolds gracefully. Trust is not laziness, it is wisdom. It says, I will do my part, and I will let the universe do the rest. That balance is the sweet spot where miracles occur naturally. A simple way to practice this balance is through stillness. For a few moments each day, sit quietly, close the eyes, and breathe deeply. Feel the air move through the body, and imagine it carrying light into every cell. There is no need to ask for anything, simply allow. In that stillness, the mind slows, and the heart begins to speak. This is the voice of divine intelligence that always knows what comes next. Trusting this inner wisdom is trusting the universe itself. One may softly affirm, I trust the rhythm of the universe and allow good to flow to me. That sentence becomes a melody the energy can follow. To maintain this flow, it helps to create simple daily rituals that support energetic balance. Healing does not happen through grand gestures. It happens through small, loving consistency. Morning and evening are powerful moments to reset energy. Upon waking, take a few deep breaths and feel the presence of life within. Whisper words of appreciation for the new day. This simple acknowledgement tells the universe, I am ready to receive. At night, release the day with gratitude. Let go of what cannot be changed and rest in the knowing that life continues to support you even as you sleep. A beautiful ritual for energy healing is visualization. Picture a golden light above the head, slowly descending through the body. As it moves, it collects every bit of tension, worry, and fear, transforming them into love. The light settles in the heart, expanding outward like ripples in water. The more one imagines this light, the stronger its presence becomes. This light is not imaginary. It is the soul's natural energy field being remembered. When practiced daily, it restores harmony and vitality, aligning the body, mind, and spirit in one current of peace. Grounding practices are also essential. Energy needs to be connected to the earth as much as it connects to the heavens. Spend time outdoors, even briefly. Feel the soles of the feet touch the ground. Imagine roots of light reaching deep into the earth, drawing strength and stability. This grounding keeps the energy from scattering, ensuring that abundance has a steady foundation to build upon. When one feels centered, everything else begins to flow more smoothly. As healing deepens, subtle signs begin to appear. These signs are the universe's gentle way of saying, you are on the right path. They may show up as synchronicities, meeting someone unexpectedly, seeing repeating numbers, or feeling sudden inspiration. These are not coincidences, they are reflections of alignment. When the inner energy heals, the outer world reorganizes to match it. Pay attention to how often joy finds you unexpectedly. That joy is abundance taking form. Another sign of healing is the feeling of peace even when circumstances remain uncertain. The heart no longer panics at what it cannot control. Instead, there is a calm trust that things will work out. The body feels lighter, the mind more spacious, and gratitude arises without effort. These are sacred indicators that the energy within has been renewed. Healing does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers quietly through the serenity that grows inside. Celebrate these shifts, no matter how small they seem. Every smile that comes more easily, every night of restful sleep, every moment of laughter is a symbol of transformation. Healing is not a straight line. It is a gentle spiral that brings you closer to your natural wholeness. There will be days of expansion and days of stillness, but all are part of the same divine rhythm. The more one appreciates the small victories, the faster the energy strengthens. Appreciation multiplies healing. When healing energy becomes steady, one transforms from seeker to vessel. Instead of chasing abundance, one begins to radiate it. People feel this energy without a word. It's calm, open, and luminous. Abundance is not something owned. It's something shared. When one gives from overflow, the universe refills infinitely. This is the secret of flow. Giving and receiving are the same movement of love expressed in different directions. As the journey unfolds, there comes a realization that abundance has always been within. It was never outside, waiting to be earned or proven. It lives in every breath, in the pulse of gratitude, in the warmth of love. Healing energy reveals what was true all along, that life itself is abundant and generous beyond measure. When the inner energy is whole, life responds with beauty, opportunity, and joy. And now, as this reflection comes to a gentle close, allow this truth to rest deeply in the heart. Abundance flows effortlessly when energy is healed through love, gratitude, and trust. There is no need to chase, simply open and receive. The power that created this universe also flows through you. You are not separate from it. You are its living expression. Let this final affirmation guide your days. I am open, I am healed, I am abundant. Life supports me in every way. Breathe that in, feel it move through you. Each breath is the universe reminding you, everything you have ever sought is already within your reach, and the flow of abundance begins the moment you believe it.